We on? Yeah, we live. All right, cool. All right, what's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Ingrid, what's happening? What's up, Ozzy? Matthew, what up? Peleus, what up? Walker pissed off or something. He said, damn it. What happened, Walker? I pissed you off? I going live? What you talk about? All right, let me get all this together real quick. Okay, where we at? Oh, excuse me. All right. What was I about to do? Okay, so I got one up. Let me see. Got two up. Okay. And also need to set my timer also. Then I'll be good to go. All right, so I got that in the group. Okay, got one more, and then we good to go. Oh, and this is on for my alarm. Need to set this real quick. Okay. Now I can set my alarm. Oh, I was about to say, I thought it looked like the whole browser closed. How'd that happen? All right, well, it is what it is. I give up trying to figure out how shit be going on. Shit just be happening sometimes. All right, so I got my chart up. All right, I only got one more thing to do with the alarm. So I'll wait for the end of this binary to do that. And let me come back over to the chat. And the chat ain't showing up here. I hate when it does this. Okay, there we go. All right. What's happening, Audrey? Oh, okay. Found me yesterday, huh? Steven, what's happening? 845. 845. That is 845 is upstate, right? I know where that is too. Damn, it's right on right the tip of my tongue. I'm sure you're gonna tell me now. Yep, 845. Upstate New York, right there. What's happening, Tiffany? What's up, Ernest? Yo, Adele, that is hilarious. All my life I had to fight. Don't do that with my wife present, please. She'll go off in here. She will love you. Bro, I hope you're gonna back out. Cause your man right there, you can't get out anyway. Even if I move. And I really don't want to have to move. Let me see if he's gonna be a G. My man, he's backing out. I love when people know how to drive, man. I love that. Tyler, what's up? He said, did he beat AJ? I don't think so. Then again, I have no idea. Tracy, what's happening? Got 301 on the brain, right? At all times. Yes. Okay, Newburgh. There we go. Yep, Hudson Valley. Yes, sir. So what's cracking, yo? What's good, man? I get to set this alarm now, actually. Let me do that right now before I forget. You told Harpo to beat me? All right, so what we looking at? All right, so I got my alarm set. Is the volume on this up? The volume should be up. Hold up. Let me see something. History. Let's see if my speakers are working. Yep. All right, they're working. Chuck Taylor, what's happening? Ramon, what's cracking? Fabio, what's up, man? Yo, Fabio is an ill name, right? That's an ill name. I would love to have that name. If my name was Fabio, I would talk mad shit. Be like, what's your name? Fabio. I say with the bass. Like everything, I would always either whisper or have like mad bass in my voice. If my name was Fabio. Out in Boston, my man. Yeah, I like that name, man. From Brazil originally, okay. Very nice. Brazil is beautiful. That's all I got to say about that. Yes, indeed, Brazil is lovely, man. Oh, you mean the name, Mark? Nah, I love my name. I'm just saying, if my name was Fabio, I just would talk mad extra shit for no reason. Like you just couldn't tell me nothing. It's like I would have to introduce myself every time I talk. They'd be like, "What's your name?" Fabio. They'd be like, "Huh?" And then I say it again. Be like, "Yeah." My name ringing in your ear, baby. Yeah, I always like Fabio. There was another name I had like too when I was a little kid. Oh man. And it had like 3 syllables. Damn, I can't remember the name. But like I always wish I had that name as a little kid. Yep, 100%. I like Fabio. I like Fabrizio. That's an ill name. Carmine is an ill name to me. Antonaccio, that's an ill last name. I had a friend that I used to work with. His last name was Antonaccio. His name was Mike Antonaccio. I like names that sound like a song when you say the name. It almost sounds like you got to sing the name. Like even your last name, Ramon, Rosario. Like if you say it slow and you slow it down, you be like Rosario. It sounds like you singing the name. That's ill. Ooh, Giuseppe? Woo! I love that name. Yo, Walk is crazy. Why would you pick that name? I love that name too. Yes, Giuseppe. He said that's the problem with Spanish name. You tell them your name is Spanish and then other people get it wrong right away. Yeah. They mispronounce it. Enoch is a nice name too. She said those are your other names on Facebook. Yeah, Enoch is hard. I'm trying to think of a name I wouldn't want. Let me see. Let me make sure nobody in here with a name that I wouldn't want to have. I don't want nobody to feel no kind of way. Let me see. All right, Earl. I don't like. It's not that I don't like Earl. It just seemed like a very simple name. Like, what's up, Earl? Like, Earl can be like somebody's name that you mess up, and it sounds like Earl. Like, your name might be Errol, and depending on who says it, they'll be like Earl, and you like, what? Like, my name is Errol. Said John is basic too. Or like John, Mark, Luke, those names are good. They simple names. Like one syllable names is cool. Except Earl. I know Ernest. That's why I made sure. I was like, wait, let me see. There's no Earls in here, right? I was like, well, the closest is Ernest, but nah, that's not. He good. Oh, snap. You know what? You know what a female name is? Let me see what female names I like. I like Bernadine. I like Bernadine. That's an ill female's name. Monica's a nice name. Bella, definitely a nice name. Maria is like that's everybody's name. That's like kind of how Mark is. This Mad Marks. Yeah, Tiffany's a nice name. Yep. Ozzy's an ill name, actually. Ozzy is ill. I like that name. What's up, Ed? Let me see what y'all think about Ed. Ed don't know what's going on yet. Let me see what y'all say. What up, Ed? Oh my good. Yo, there's mad Robert Smiths in the world. Yo, what you think is the most popular name in the world? That's a hard one. There's like 3 popular names, like first and last name. Robert Smith is one of them. Definitely John. John Jones, maybe. John something is another popular one. Ozzy said Jesus. There's actually a lot of Jesuses and Jesuses in the world. A lot of people took that name. Yeah, Robert is pretty popular. Williams, definitely Williams, Johnson, Smith. Tyler said Gertrude. I like Gertrude. I don't know why I like Gertrude. I like that name though. That name is ill to me. Cause your nickname would be like Gertie. Yeah, it is. Gertrude is mad old. Like do you know anybody young like that just had a baby and named their baby Gertrude? Like anybody? No, that name is ill. Yeah, she said said Gertrude sound like she smoked bad cigarettes. Yo, that's terrible. Yo, why though? He said Gertrude to cuss your ass out on a Sunday. Yo, Gertrude smoke and buy lottery tickets. Oh, snap. Matthew says, because it sounds like a grandma. It do. It do. It does sound like a grandma. That's why nobody's naming nobody that no more. Like, nobody's naming their child Gertrude, like Josephine, I want to say Daisy. My grandmother's name was Daisy, but I know little kids named Daisy. That's what bugs me out. I'm like, why you name your kid Daisy? Like, Daisy is an old kind of name to me, but people are naming their kids Daisy. But I ain't hear no Gertrude yet. I ain't hear no Ethel yet. Definitely not. Oh gosh. Names will be like this soon. North Star. Oh, you know what? You know another name? Dolores. Dolores. That's probably a popular name. Dolores Johnson. That just sounds like mad people had that name back in the day. Somebody's name is Northwest. Is Kanye one of Kanye's kids named Northwest? Did he really do that? I think he did that. Oh, come on. Yo, that child either gonna be like a boss or gonna be mad insecure about their name. Cause you getting all the jokes. Be like, what's up, Southwest? Like, what up, Midwest? And little kids is ruthless. They don't care. Ella, oh, you know another one, Beatrice. That's another one. She said Eleanor. Wow. Yo, who do you know whose name as a man is Delano, other than the former president? Who do you know? Have you ever heard anybody with that name? Delano? For a dude. That was another name I was thinking about that was ill. Yeah, Beatrice is definitely a great grandmother name. He said, are you lost Northwest? No, Ella, people still name their kids Ella. Ella's an ill name, but people still use that. Oh, it's mad Betty Jeans in the world. Jesus. I have an aunt, Betty Jean. My wife has an aunt, Betty Jean. Oh, you definitely won't hear Rapunzel. Somebody should name their daughter Rapunzel. like now. Whoever has a baby, name your daughter Rapunzel. 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 She said she gonna pass. You gonna pass, Adele? Ella May. Yeah, right. And I think her name really is Ella May, though. Stupid people will try to climb my hair. Matthew says, set that kid up for all kinds of mental issues. Right, you name your kid Rapunzel when they come out and they don't have no hair hardly. I think she might feel some kind of way about that one. Ozzy said Babatunde. We got a Babatunde. Babatunde is an ill name. I like that name. There's an actor. His name is Oba Babatunde. But no, his name is Oba Babatunde, actually. But I guess that they kind of like, you can enter, what's the word I'm looking for? It's like you can go either way, either by Batum Day or with a B. Gatsby is ill. Gatsby, that's a nice name. That's a nice name. I like that. What's another corny name? What's one of the corniest names? Like for a dude. He said Carrington. Matthew said Bartholomew. I don't know. I like Bartholomew. That one is biblical too, right? Carrington. Oh, who said Oscar? Oh my, yo. Yo. I can't believe that. What, yo? I cannot believe, yo. I literally, as soon as I asked about corny names, the first thing I was gonna say was Oscar, and I was like, nah, let me wait and see what everybody else says. Steven come in talking about Oscar. Yo, the vibe be ridiculous in here. That don't make no sense. He said Bartholomew's his middle name. Cletus. I like and I don't like Cletus. That one is like up in the air for me. I almost like it, but not quite. Cleophas. I don't know about Cleophas. I never heard that name before. That sounds like a made-up name, like somebody was trying to do something. Yeah, that's what it is, man. They ruined that. Come on, Cletus, come on. Like I had that image in my head, and when I hear the name, Francesco was ill. Oh, let me look at this market real quick. I'm over here running my mouth. Did the alarm go off? I don't even know if the alarm went off. There ain't nothing to look at right there. Oh, let me also, I'm actually going to pull up a few of these markets, really. So I'll keep my eye on a few of them. So I'm going to have the Aussie up, the Euro, the pound, dollar yen, and the dollar CAD. I'm going to put them all up. For those of you monitoring various markets, keep my eye on all of them. Wait, let me put this over here. I got some serious OCD. Like it's like all I'm doing is line up the boxes. And then the boxes gotta be lined up perfectly. That's what I'm doing. I'm looking at the boxes, making sure that they're literally lined up perfectly. It's ridiculous. I know I'm not the only one like this, but I got it bad. I got all five now. All right. Okay, keep an eye on all five and see what they looking like. And see what y'all are looking at also. See what y'all are seeing while I'm watching simultaneously. Who trades dollar yen in here? Who's on the dollar yen? I want to say Dorian, but I don't know if Dorian is here. Somebody else trades the dollar CAD too. Who does the dollar CAD? I think Bonnie. Oh, excuse me. All right, so I got pound, euro, Aussie, dollar yen, dollar CAD. All right, just at quick glance, dollar CAD, dollar yen, Aussie, and the euro. They all have pretty good looking environments from what I'm seeing, just at quick glance. All right, so that's good. Oh snap! Ernest said Julius can't be trusted. Come on, YouTube, don't start acting up. Jackie Chan, Jasper, King. What's Jasper? Jasper's the front. Is it Jasper the friendly ghost? I like Cornelius. Cornelius is ill. I like Cornelius. Maybe because of Don Cornelius. I think that's why I like that. I think so. I just heard the alarm just now. I know I'm not bugging out. All right, let me look at these charts real quick. Get a sense for what might be positioning itself. The pound actually looks pretty good right now also, but I see that it still has some messiness in it. Dollar CAD is in position right now. Dollar yen got too much momentum in it. Aussie just switched up. Let me see what the dollar CAD is doing. Ooh, dollar CAD was close. Dollar CAD was close just now. Dollar CAD looks good, actually, out of all of them. It's the most stability that I'm seeing so far. Yep. All right, so pound still got some ways to go and need to relax. What happened with the Brexit thing? Somebody was telling me about Brexit earlier in the group chat. Somebody mentioned that. It was something tentative. I don't know if they did it or not. It don't look like they did because the market is not moving all crazy how it was the other day. Jay Carly said met a guy his name was Samaj. Is that how they pronounced it? Samaj? Penny. I remember Penny from Good Times. That was Janet Jackson's name, right? When she was a little girl. Penny. I think Penny's an old name too, though. Yeah, I think Penny's old. And Walker said Jasper's a great terrible name. He said I'm automatically bullying Jasper. Yo, that is Halaspa. Halaspa. Yo, did I just say that? The hell is Halaspa? That is hilarious. And I said Jasper the Friendly Ghost. It's not, right? It was Casper. Yo, this shit can't get more funny than this. Yo. And say, you know, you got OCD when you vacuum the car and you watch for crumbs from yourself. He said, I high key flip if one drop. Can't eat tacos in the ride no more. Nope. I'm with it. I get mad at myself for having a napkin with crumbs on it. You know how like you have crumbs on the napkin and then you fold it the wrong way? Like instead of folding it in so that you catch the crumbs, you fold it the other way by accident and shit go all over the place. Yo. That pisses me off to no end. And I'm mad because I forgot to bring the vacuum in the car. I got a rechargeable one that I keep in here because I can't take it. Okay, Doreen is on the Aussie. Got you. Matthew said his dad used to give him and his brother room inspections like soldiers, so his OCD stems from that. Wow. That's interesting that you say that because I literally just started doing that with my kids this week. I told them, I said, I'm tired of y'all. Y'all straight be like slobs. And they're not all the way slobs, but they slobby enough. You know, like I shouldn't see a spoon, a fruit cup, a bag of shit. Like I shouldn't see that under your bed. And I caught that under their bed a few times. And it was very disturbing to me. So I told them, I said, listen, I said, the way that I'm going to treat y'all, I'm going to treat y'all equally. I don't care if you're in his room or if he's in your room. If I see it in either one of your room, you both get punished. And it was like, what? We gonna get a beating? I said, no. I said, you never got a beating in your life, first of all. So no. But what I am gonna do is I'm taking everything away. I was like, I'm gonna unplug the Xbox. I was like, for you, I'm taking your dolls and I'm unplugging your phone. And my daughter started crying hysterically. I said, you don't have to cry. I said, just don't bring food at all in your room. Just remember that. At all. Just don't bring any food in here. That's how you remember. So I see how far that goes. I see if I get at least a week out of that. But I told him, I said, I'm gonna do pop-up inspections on y'all. Watch. I was like, I'm not even gonna say nothing. I said, when you come in and the TV's unplugged, you'll know. Yeah, all type of stuff. Candy wrappers, gum. Yo. Now, my daughter's ill because I found a Ferrero Rocher wrapper in her bed. First of all, I did not give you permission to take another Ferrero Rocher. I was wondering what happened to the last one. She got it. It ends up in her bed. She leaves it in her bed. I was like, if I could, I would box you. I was like, if I could, I would 1-2 punch you right now. Oh, snap. Mitchell, what's good? JT said, my dad used to smack my bad fade all the time. That gave me PTSD. And yeah, whoo, like he used to give you the Ric Flair. Wow. Cornell. I don't know about Cornell. Cornell is a smart name. Cornell sound like you went to Yale. Like, or is it me? Cornell sound like you either went to Yale or you can cook chicken and waffles. Yo, I don't know. That's what I get from that. That's what I get from that. Dolomite. I don't think nobody's name is Dolomite. I think that's like a made up name that nobody has used yet, but that's an ill name. Dolomite is definitely like a pimp's name, without a doubt. Tyler said the cat is like that uncle you hardly hear about. Yo, that's funny. That's funny. Wow. Okay, so for you to Ernest, you talking about for the Brexit? That you said they refused to vote and they extended it again. Okay, got you. Yeah, Donald is a corny name. I hope there's no Donalds in here. Donald is whack. Ed said Rudy is unisex. Rudy. Yeah, I know what you mean. Cause you had Rudy from the Cosby Show, and then you got Rudy Giuliano. Yeah, I understand. I understand. Yeah, Superfly. Joey, how did you read the market that fast? Just a skill, man. Just a skill. There's my alarm. Let me take another look. Pound still acting up. Euro looking good. It might get into position. It looked like it might be in position a little bit, but not yet. Not quite. Aussie's out of position. Dollar yen. Dollar yen looks good right now. Let me see what this dollar yen does. Whoop, I changed my mind. It just did something crazy. And dollar cash still the uncle that you never hear about. Like Tyler said. Yeah, so but I don't know if you saw that just now. You saw how the yen flipped on the other side of the strike. Even though it did that, it has some stability to it. Overall, I like how the dollar yen actually looks out of everything right now. Euro is too tight right now. It's hugging that strike price. That 1101 is hugging onto that. So it's out of position pretty much. Ramon said William is old too. William is kind of old. William is kind of old, but I think people still naming their kids William. People still going to use William now, which is interesting. Tyler said Joey joined TA and our secrets will be revealed. Indeed. Yes, that's what I'm talking about, Ed. No food in the room, period. Yes. Yo, y'all are hitting it on the head. So obviously it's not just my kids. Yes, y'all are naming everything. Empty water bottles, candy wrappers. JT said spoiled milk in the entertainment stand. What? Yo, nah. That's a guaranteed I'm laying hands on you right there. Like, if either one of my kids, that'd have been the first beating of their life. Right there. Milk? Nah, man. Nah, no milk, man. Spoiled milk? Woof. FX Monster, what's happening? Adele said my oldest nephew is a closet eater. Would catch him in the pantry. Mm-mm-mm. Ooh, yeah, that's definitely a beating. Tyler said a buddy of mine was that bad. Thought it was pepper all over the plate. It was ants. Nah, man. Nah. Oh, JT, you had a system for the soda? He really tells the truth because I did that too. Because it's a can, so you got to cough as you open in the can, so they don't hear the can opening. Yes, I've done that. Yes, sir. Ramon, I've caught my kid doing that. Just stop buying that candy for a while. Plus, he couldn't bring food into his room too. Yeah, man, they be acting crazy. You give them an engine, they take a vacation. What's happening, Mike Fong? Yes, sir. Yeah, the CAD actually looks. Mike, are you trading the CAD? If you are trading the CAD, then you're the first person actually that has actually admitted to being on that pair. Yeah, but the CAD is stable. It's just out of position at the moment. Ed said euro dollar looking like it's getting into position. Yeah, it was. It was looking like that. Gonna see how I look on this next one. All right, pound. Euro's out of position. Aussie out of position. Dollar yen out of position. Dollar CAD could get into position. Mike, see what it does right here. No, it ain't doing much. It's out of sync too. Okay, so that's out of sync. Tyler said dead ants. How foul is your room that ants can't even survive? Right, right. They ate whatever it was you left in there and died. That's how you know, man. That's crazy. Bernard is, yeah, that's an old name too. Bernard is old. As said, I've heard someone being named cafeteria. Nah. Whoever named their kid cafeteria need to be like punched in the face. Why would you name your child that? Leonidas, I like that. Leonidas was the dude from 300, right? I think that name is Greek. Yeah. Leonidas, I like Panagiotis. I knew a dude, his name was Panagiotis. And that name just sounded ill to me. I was like, his name sound like, it just sound ill. Like it sound powerful. Like your name is Panagiotis. You sound like you just beat people up. Like it just sounds like that. Frank is kind of old too. Now I don't know. Have I ever met a Frank? Like in person? Nah. I don't be seeing Franks. I don't think I would like if my name was Frank, I don't think I would like my name. No offense to Franks. I'm just saying. Like this is just my opinion. You don't gotta pay me no mind. I'm just talking shit about names. It's a Frank now on here like, yo, man, he just said my name is whack. I'm just kidding. It's just jokes. Nathaniel was ill. Darius is ill. Darius is ill. Darius is ill. Alexander is pretty cool. It is. It is. Yep. Rich was good, man. Tyler said, had an employee named Darius. He was cool as fuck. Trained him so good he became a supervisor. Okay. Mike said, just looking. Yeah, definitely full house today. Yep, Andre, what's happening? Yeah, Ozzy, we on the charts right now. Yes, sir. Mike said yes. Mike, you saying yes to the cat? That's the pair that you look at? That's the pair that you watch? Walker said he off the charts till training. FX Monster training and hunting. No doubt. No doubt. Let me see something. Because I'm trying to see now if I can remember people. Let me see something real quick. FX Monster, you John Hernan? I think that's John Hernan. Is that John Hernan? Okay. If it is, I remember your name on here. FX Monster. I think it is. I think that's John Hernan. Okay. Tyler said, got a piece of the pie, won't even log in till tomorrow. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, if you already ate, you can just go on about your business, really. Just enjoy the chat. You ate, enjoy the chat. Pound is looking better. Euro out of position. Aussie out of position. Dollar yen. I didn't see just now if it had pricing right here. But right now it does not. Dollar CAD don't have pricing either. So dollar yen and dollar CAD, they looking like they getting closer and closer. The pound is looking better also. I do like the fact that the pound that momentum is slowing down. I like that. I like that. Obsidian. Yeah, Walker said that sounds like an old continent. Yo, that is hilarious. Yeah, Ed, I think you're right. I think that's why I don't like Frank either, because I think about a hot dog too. When I think about a Frank, I think about like red onions, chili, cheese. Like I can't get that out of my head. Like I think that's why it bothers me. Yeah, my godson, his name is Grayson, and he's like one, so they named him Grayson. Very popular name now, I believe so. How you pronounce that, Ozzy? Cristavo? Cristavo. Is that how you pronounce that? That's an ill name. I like that name. JT said, you said Tank holding a hot dog. Oh my goodness. Nah. Come on, man. Come on, man. Yo, I'm glad. Did you see what he went on the Breakfast Club though after that? He tried to recant. He didn't really recant what he said, but he was actually explaining what he said. I felt better after that interview. But before that, I was very upset with him. Like, I was very upset with him. I was like, nah, man. Nah. Because I really enjoy his music. But he had me very pissed off. Yeah, he had me mad. But you know, also I had to think about. I just was thinking about like what people do today. I think people do a lot of stuff too. He's very good at social media and like not trolling, but he knows how to keep attention on him. I noticed that because the last time he was doing that, the Breakfast Club interview, he was talking about something else that was like, come on. And I don't think that, like, for you to just talk openly about it like that, I don't think that that's what it is. Because I think dudes be in the closet and don't be wanting to come out. They just be in the closet. But I don't know. I can't call it. I don't like talking about none of that shit. Like personally, I don't like talking about it because I'm not. I don't engage or like I'm not even interested in that conversation on any level. So that's why I was mad at him. I was mad at him, man. Yeah, but he's super talented though. He's an ill singer. Right now it's almost 4:30, Ozzy. He asked Adele if she know what he talk about. Of course she do. Of course. Euro out of position. Pound will keep an eye on. Aussie will keep an eye on. Dollar yen, nope. Dollar CAD, nope. Let me just look at this pound dollar. What you want to do, pound dollar? Nope. It's looking like it was trying to do something, but nope, it ain't there yet. The same thing for the Aussie. Okay. All right. Well, environment is looking beautiful though on all of them. Yo, that's funny, Matthew. That's hilarious. Right. Like we not going to get a drink or none of that. We ain't doing that. I say what's up at your concert and keep it moving. Like we grown men, we don't need a drink. Nah. Ozzy, can a non-U.S. citizen trade on the NADEX platform? Yeah, they have a number of countries that you can trade in. Your country has to be on that list. Ozzy, are you in the UK? If you're in the UK, the NADEX is in the UK. I'm not sure if you are or not. It seemed like you are, but I don't remember. Okay, yeah, so NADEX is available there. Yes. Yes, it is. Thomas said, cats be trapped in that closet and loving that nasty stuff. Matthew said he might as well just air it all out now. He said all I need to hear anyway, still good music, but he definitely can't chill overnight at the crib. Yep. Walker said he lost all man points. Yo. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, he got a lot of hinting. I'm like, you be engaging in a lot of these conversations, man. You know, almost speaking from experience. He said he don't. He said he never did and he don't. But he presenting a scenario. I'm like, well, why would you even present that as a scenario? And then he was like, he did that because he was trying to prove the point about doing something habitually versus trying something out and then it becoming a lifestyle. I'm like, yo, that's the wrong thing to use to prove that point, though. That's not a good thing to use for that. Not at all. Not at all, brother. Yep. Yeah. And said he had that totally twisted. And on that note, I'm out. Oh man. Yeah, they be doing too much, man. Rich said different horses for different courses. Wow. Walker said, nah, Tank, you lose. Peter Pan, that's terrible. He said, not a man fan, not like that. Nope. No siree. Oh, excuse me. Pound is making an attempt, but it's not there yet. Yep, not there yet. Robinhood got binary options for stocks. If it's on stocks, it's probably just options, like regular stock options. Unless it's binary options using stocks as the underlying market. Is that what it is? No, to be honest, I don't even know. I just was guessing, but it could be binaries, but they're using stocks as the market. Oh, you were asking? Oh, okay. No, I have no idea. I actually don't even know. Oh, excuse me. I hear that Robinhood is a good thing to use for trading though. That's what I'm hearing. Yeah, I'm curious about Robinhood actually. I know a few people in the group actually use it. I think Jay Carly uses Robinhood, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's like you can buy fractional stocks. So say you want to invest 50, like $100. I think that it allows you to break it down into fractional shares, if I'm not mistaken. Steven said mainly stock in Bitcoin. Okay. Yeah, I heard the stash too. And Tyler said Robinhood went 0 commissions for now. Okay, that's interesting. Um, yeah, Ernest talking about the Brexit. Adele says she used stockpile. So when you're be using Rich is on my vibe for real. Damn. I was just thinking about that. I just was thinking that exactly what you just said. I'm like, damn, this must be what people was looking at before they got here. I was just about to say that. Damn. Yeah, but I guess these like different apps and stuff that they have now, they give you access to the ability to invest in stocks and whatnot. Um, and then you got crypto. So there's different ways to go about investing. I would say that all of those things are more so investing than they are trading. If you're researching companies to invest in, like, I'm not sure if you can, but you probably can. If you could buy like stock in like Facebook or like larger blue chip companies through Robinhood, that's probably a good idea if you're researching companies that you're interested in investing in and actually holding on to them like for the longer term. I think that would probably be the best alternative for you because you can average cost into those stocks if you're able to buy fractional shares like that. So in other words, you set aside an X amount of dollars to invest each week and just invest a small amount each week and just do that consistently over time. And I think that you'll make out better than trying to actually trade, because trading, in my opinion, you're best off doing that, with Forex. With the stock market, you would have to be like a day trader to make it worth your while. But like Forex, futures, of course for us, NADEX. Like when NADEX came along, that was it for me. That was it. Once I discovered that there were options, binary options available using the Forex market, I was like, whoa. Like that's it right there. Last stop. But yeah, nothing is looking like it's doing much of anything right now. Turn this AC on, it's hot, man. Yeah, Robinhood, I believe is just excuse me. I think it's just regular options on stock. Yeah, blue chip companies like exactly Nike, right? Companies like that. Dividend paying stocks definitely are good, and that's what's attractive about that particular one, the zero commissions. So you got more of your money just working, actually being invested in the actual stock that you buying. So yeah. Said MRMH on Starbucks. They usually, if they're not passing on any type of commission or like per transaction thing, they either charge a fee like per month, or they have some type of arrangement that's behind the scene. But they're not doing it for free. It's just that you're not paying for it. But if you're not paying for it as the end user, either they'll do it by collecting a fee, or they might be doing that for a period of time, and then they'll go back to fees at some point in time. Like they might, I don't know if they always had that. I don't know if they always had zero commission. Did they always have that, or is that something that they're doing now? Because if it's something that they're doing now, it might be promotional. John said, I set up an RH account and looked at stash, but decided to go back to NADEX, then found TA, and I'm solid now on NADEX. I agree. And this, like, there's nothing wrong with doing anything else, but I think that your approach should be completely different than the way that we do things with trading. Like, I don't think you should trade stocks if you're an average person. I think you should invest in stocks long term. Find good companies that provide products and services that you like and that you think ain't going nowhere, and just invest in them. Over time, over the long term, you'll see that the curve will be up. Those stocks that do well will just go up over time. Rich said it's free to set up an account and there's no fee to execute trades. Robinhood charges a monthly fee. There we go. So that monthly fee that they charge, that covers everything that they need, because they wouldn't offer you that if it didn't. And I think what it is, most people don't trade that often, because on that platform, it's not really designed for that. It's more so designed for you to buy and to hold on to the stocks in your portfolio. They encourage that. Looking at the pound. Damn, why I had to do that? That was whack. All right, so no pound, euro out of position. Aussie, no. Dollar yen, no. Dollar CAD, no. I didn't see if there was pricing on the dollar CAD, but I doubt it. All right. Yeah, the pound just did a burst for no reason. Just like, why? Matthew said, only thing I'm trading is NADEX. Everything else I'm holding. Yeah, that's it. That's it, Tyler. The zero commissions is a very recent update, maybe to raise the amount of users. Can't imagine it'll last forever. I'm sure that it won't last forever, but whatever that monthly fee is that they charge, they've already figured out the math on it so that they ain't gonna lose no money. Even with them not charging commissions on the individual trades, they ain't gonna lose no money. They know exactly how long they can do that promotion for, because they already crunched the numbers. JT, I want to invest NADEX profits into dividends just to let my money work for me. Yeah, that's what I'm doing with crypto. That's why I said I'm going to start doing some content talking about that, because I think people are going about crypto all wrong if they're trading it. Not to say that you can't trade it. People trade crypto every day. But I don't believe that that's where the real opportunity lies, in the cryptocurrency space. Like, I've actually studied what crypto is, what blockchain is. And I think at this point, I have a very solid awareness of what is coming in the future as a result of that blockchain technology, and what these cryptocurrencies are in position to become at a later time. Like, it hasn't happened yet. Like, I think that crypto is similar to having insurance in your overall investments. Like you take a small percentage of whatever you want to put aside to invest with, you break it up. You can have some real estate, you can have some stocks, mutual funds, whatever you're doing there. And then you should have some crypto in there too, because the opportunity for crypto is too insane to bypass and to like not find out more information about it. You're talking about world technology and where it's heading. It's like it's here, but it's not here yet. We're not using it yet the way that it will be used. So in the future, the value of actually owning pieces of that technology through the crypto space is like you're going to be so disgusted and just upset with yourself if you don't do it when you see what happens later. That's my take on crypto for the future. It's just one of those things. Like it has none like just even the fact that they're trading it, like they have it in the open market like it's an asset class and all of that. That's only one aspect of it. That's not the real aspect of it though. The real aspect of it is what it's going to be used for. It's like things in our society that have use is where the value is. So to invest in the ownership of something that's going to be used, it's kind of like buying land. When you buy land, it ain't nothing on it. It's dirt. It's flat, or it might be swamp land. It might be woods, whatever. Whatever's on it is on it. It's the future use of that land that's the value. You understand? When you buy the land, it don't have no value yet. It's it's going to be used for later. So, like to look into what it could potentially be used for at a later time, that's the arbitrage for you as an investor. You got to put in that research to know. Like, look at where the land is located. What are they doing in that area? What type of development are they doing around that area? And then you can position yourself and invest and do that strategically. Like that's as far as real estate goes. But it's the same principle with anything that you're doing. Like it's the same thing with crypto and the blockchain. It's the same shit. Yeah, it's the same thing, man. That like that's why perception is so important. And that's why I always, when I talk about stuff, like y'all notice when people come in here talking about Bitcoin, I don't talk about Bitcoin from the trading aspect of it. I'm not really interested in it from that perspective at all. I'm more interested in what the actual use of it is going to be. And really what it's becoming. Because I give an example. Ripple. Now Ripple is a cryptocurrency, but Ripple was created for a specific thing. What it was created for was to compete, and really not compete because there is no competition now that it's in existence. The question is, at this point, at what point will they actually adopt that technology with that particular crypto to be used for that specific thing that they created it for? Like this is how I look at it. So when I look at Ripple, just as an example, I know what they made it for. Just like I know what they made Bitcoin for initially. Just like with anything, when they first make the first wave of something, that may not be the wave yet. You understand what I'm saying? As they continue to advance and to progress, when they see what's needed and they see a problem, they're trying to figure out how to solve the problem using some type of technology that is already in existence, and they want to make it better. That's why you keep having new crypto. It's like, well, why they got all of these coins? Like what are they doing? Why are you making all these coins? You got to research and find out, why did they make Ripple in the first place? Why did they make Stellar, the Lumens? Why did they make that? What would they make Ethereum for? You understand what I'm saying? What happened with Bitcoin? When the fork came, Bitcoin split It became Bitcoin Cash, and it became something else at the fork. But then you still have the original Bitcoin. You see what I'm saying? So it's like just figuring out how to navigate all of these different pieces until it makes sense. Then you know what to invest in, like where to actually put money because of what it's going to become as far as the value later on. That's what I'm talking about as far as like missing out on the opportunity. Like some people they're not taking the time to do that. They just want to get into crypto and trade. Oh, I'm gonna buy Bitcoin. Oh, Bitcoin is up to there. Let me get in and get out. Nah, I'm not interested in that. We already trade and we win. This is how I look at it as far as what we do overall. NADEX is your business. What we do on NADEX. As a trader, that is your business. The skill that you're learning and developing, that's where Team Alliance comes in. Because you need to have skill in order to have that platform serve as a business for you. You put those two things together, boom. Now you got a business that you're constantly monitoring. In other words, you're constantly training and developing, fine-tuning and maintaining your skills so that you can be consistent when it comes to trading so that it serves as a business for you. It's generating income for you consistently. And you have the whole plan from beginning to end. Like, so you have the whole format and structure through Team Alliance takes you from knowing absolutely nothing to now having a trading business on NADEX, which is crazy. So now what's going to happen is when you do that right, and now you're in position, now you're actually making money. Now that you're making money, you not only can live off of that money, but now you can put pieces of that money that you make from your business into other investments. That's what I'm talking about, like with Bitcoin and real estate and everything else. You see how you have to separate your business from what you want to do as far as investing for the long term. And when you put them all together, like you just unstoppable. You the total package. That's how I look at what we do on Team Alliance, because I talk about everything that we do. I talk about everything I personally do. And the things that I personally do that make sense, that's what I share. That's what I talk about. That's where content comes from. That's what people can follow. You know what I mean? So to me, that's where it's just value. It's crazy. It's value all across the board. Y'all funny. Ernest, he want to see the rant man. Yeah, Stella is awesome. Stella spend off from Ripple. The guy that was a part of Ripple broke off from them and created Stella because of what he thought Ripple was missing. See, so the thing about it is that you don't necessarily know which one or both may at a point in the future become whatever it is that it's being used for. You don't know. So you got investments in both simultaneously. Like it'll be interesting when I start talking about that shit, like in videos and whatnot. It's very interesting. Casino said Tesla's making other car makers make electric cars. Good analogy with crypto and the banks trying to keep up. Yes. Rich said companies will start to create their own coins. Yeah, they're doing that already, but even and this is how much I've researched already. Even if the banks make their own coins, like banks, Chase, Citibank, they can create their own coins, but there is no technology like the blockchain, brother. I don't care what you do. Whatever you want to do is going to have to be based on the blockchain. There's no comparison to the blockchain, period. So what that means is that the crypto that was created for specific purposes, and there were several of them that were created not to be the alternative to banking, but they were created to be the new way that the bank moves money for less money, for less cost. Yo, I'm telling y'all think I be bullshitting when I tell y'all I study. I really study shit. But this is what I'm coming just off the top of my head with. There is a cost to moving money, even digitally. When you go to the ATM machine to withdraw your own money, don't you pay a fee? Matter of fact, you pay 2 fees. You pay an ATM fee at the machine, right? And you pay a fee from the bank for not using their ATM. So like if I go to Citibank with a Chase card and withdraw my money from Chase from a Citibank ATM, I get charged twice, 2 fees to withdraw my own money, mind you. Now, you added them fees over time, the banks are making a lot of money off of that. And at the same time, they also have to pay money. So they're taking a piece of what they're charging you to pay for the cost of moving money, and it takes time to move the money. So like a transaction, instead of it just being instant, it'd be taking 3 days. It has to take 3 days to move from bank to bank to bank to bank, from this network to that network, all through the automated clearinghouse network. The shit is slow. Now you got blockchain. Blockchain is 5 seconds. This shit is verified. Yo, the whole network of whatever you use, whatever coin it was, that shit is verified in like 5 seconds. The transaction is done, and you can't copy it. So it's not like I make a transaction using that, and then somebody can duplicate the it's impossible. It's impossible because there has to be agreement on the network for the transaction. Otherwise, it doesn't go through. And this shit happens instantly. This is what I'm saying. Like that is the future of where the banks have to go. They already know that. So even if they make coins and do all of this extra shit, it don't even matter. They still going to be using the blockchain technology one way or another, regardless of what route they decided to go. And there's only but a certain amount of routes that they can go. This is why it pays to study, man. Pays to study. Trying to tell you, man. That shit is crazy. Like people have this thing where they're thinking it's gonna look a certain way. It don't even have to look that way. It can look the same way it looks now. Like you still using your debit and your credit card or whatever. But what happens is behind the scenes, the technology that it's shifting into is the blockchain. That's why when I first started talking about Bitcoin, I was like, the reason I'm interested in Bitcoin is because of the blockchain. That's why I need to look into it more. Not because of the coin. The only reason that anything has value is because it's being used for something. And just think about it, if it's being used for something and what you have costs less than what is already there, what do you think everybody is going to eventually move to? They're going to move to what costs less. Because if it costs less, it increases their profit margin. Just like that. You telling me I can save hundreds of millions of dollars by using that? I'm going to use that. And we ain't talking about one bank. We talking about all of them. See, I'm giving y'all a glimpse into the content. This is the type of shit I'm going to be talking about. Yep. It's good stuff, man. It's good stuff. Yeah, people are very basic. But that doesn't stop what technology is doing and what it's moving to. Like whether you know something or not personally doesn't mean anything. It's irrelevant. That don't, just because you don't like it, or you saying you ain't gonna use it, that don't mean that the whole rest of the world eventually is not gonna use it. Especially if it's something that's making things possible that's not possible now. Like we talking about basic money transfers. Like how like people go to Western Union to send money to their country. Like somebody in the United States wants to send money overseas to where they from, where their family's from. They got to go to Western Union, and it costs a lot of money to send money. It costs a lot of money to transfer money because it's hitting all of these different things just to get from the point where you are to where your family is. Then your family got to go to a location to pick up. Then they got to verify their identity. It's a whole bunch of shit that they got to do. And what I'm saying is, in the future, it ain't going to be like that. In the future, your phone is going to be capable of sending money anywhere to anybody. And it ain't going to cost hardly anything. And the shit is going to be instantly. And governments and all of this shit that, we're used to can't stop that technology. They can't stop it. Even if they try to regulate it, they can't. They're not going to be able to, you can't regulate that. If you can't figure out the technology, how are you going to regulate it? You don't even know what it is. Shit's crazy. Yep. Anyway. Apple money. That'll be really interesting to watch it play out. You know what it's labeled as. Adele said, Apple can't even give the customers the phone that they want. I know, right? Matthew says, saw an advertisement for the car saying that the merchant doesn't accept it now, they will soon. Yep. iPhone blows my mind how people are so addicted to the hype. They a joke. Rich said, I'm there with you, brother. Everybody on earth wants to reduce the fee and cut out all the middlemen. Yes. 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 See, and the thing about it is that is super valuable. What you just said about cutting out the middleman. Like, you got to understand how things work globally. People, I'll give you an example. People come to the United States from every country. Like, literally. Every country that you can think of, people come into the United States from. And they leave their family there. They come here for opportunity. They make the best of their opportunity. When they make money, they want to send money back home. Can you imagine, like just that alone, just the idea that you can send a phone, you can ship phones to home. Your family got a phone now, and now when you want to send money, you're using the phone to send money. You don't got to go to Western Union. You don't got to go to any type of money transfer service. You saving a bunch of money. It's costing you less money. You know how valuable that is globally? That shit is insane. It's not even close. So now we talking about having an opportunity to invest in the technology behind that and what it's going to be used for going into the future. That's why when I talk about it, I just be like, I'm just buying crypto, period. And I know which ones to buy. And that's it. Like I'm not even looking at it as, oh, you're going to get rich from this. I'm looking at it like I would be pissed if I didn't do it. It's like I'm reversing my thinking when it comes to that type of investing. You know how sick you'll be knowing you didn't do it? That's what made me sick. And that's when I was like, all right, say no more. Say no more. Because I'm always going to reverse engineer the process anyway. I always do that. I always go to the end and then come back. So like forget about all the hype around it and oh, it's going to be this, we're going to be million. I'm not even thinking about none of that. I'm thinking about how sick I would be if it pops and I'm not in it. That's how I always think about investing. Not participating in it. So that way you don't create a false expectation at all. You see what I'm saying? You're not doing it because you're expecting something. You're doing it just in case the shit don't fail. I guess that's the best way to look at it. What if it don't fail? Not, oh man, this is a great opportunity. I don't know what it is yet. All I know is that what if this shit actually does work? What if everything that they're saying that it is and what it is and all of that, what if it does? That's how I look at investing. What if it don't fail? It's interesting, right? Flip the whole psychology around. Yeah. If you use your own bank, right, there's no fee. But sometimes you may not have access to your bank ATM. And if you got to use a different bank or even use like an ATM, like in a McDonald's, you at McDonald's, you need cash because that's the only ATM that's around where you at. There's no other ATM. Your bank is nowhere to be found where you at. You got to go to the ATM machine at McDonald's. They're going to charge you a fee, and your bank is going to charge you a fee for using a non-bank ATM. Them fees, they add up, man. They add up. As said, the intellect of the public will take a few generations to mature to use crypto as we conceive of it. That's the truth of it all. For mass use, there needs to be mass comprehension to a certain degree. I think that it'll happen way faster than we probably think that it will because of how fast technology advances. As soon as something comes, it's already on the next generation, like already. They already finished it. By the time they release whatever we even know about, the technology for the advancement of the same technology that we're using now is already there. They did it already. They just ain't released it yet. So they be ahead of the curve. By the time they release it to the public, it looks like some brand new shit. But this is technology that was already there for years. So the time, like right now in real time, the way that the advancement of technology is so much faster than it has been. It's mad fast. Just think about the internet. How old is the internet? How old is the internet as we know it? Like when we started using it, when you had dial-up. Like how old is that? It ain't that old. It seemed like it is, but it's not. And the thing about it is that the internet existed before that. You see what I'm saying? So that's how technology works. You have to put yourself in position beforehand. That's the only way that you benefit if something does pop off. It's just like, man, I can imagine like when people first were probably even heard about Bitcoin or crypto or whatever, everybody just ignored the shit out of it. And then a few people was like, wait, this technology is interesting. They looking at that aspect of it. They're like, yeah, let me get some of that. I'm trying to think of one of the guys that had bought Bitcoin early. He bought like 10,000 Bitcoins. And it was like $100. Something crazy like that. And then another dude had used Bitcoin, I think, to buy pizza or some shit. But anyway, my point being that, like being one of the first people to actually hear about it, and he was like just whatever. Let me get some of that. Dude ends up becoming, multi-millionaire later on down the road. He didn't know that at that time, but the opportunity was there. He heard about it and he was like, all right, let me get some of that. So it's kind of like that. But now, like, information is so readily available. You literally can just look shit up And then you can make an assessment for yourself just looking at the information. And I'm not talking about the hype part. I'm not talking about that part. You know, not the, oh, you're going to become a quadrillionaire. Not that, but just the basic premise of what shit is and whether it makes sense. It's kind of like real estate. Like, how long real estate been around? Forever. Since forever. You think that you can make money with real estate if you do your research? There's people that lose money in real estate. Plenty of them. So it's not like just because you're investing in real estate, you automatically going to make money. You have to find the arbitrage. You're going to have to do research and look into it to figure out what's the best way to position yourself in that investment. And then you can take action accordingly. You see what I'm saying? So the same thing applies to anything else. It's the same shit. Jelani was good. Gary was good. Damn, I must have been talking for a while. And most of those damn fees is all a big scam. Oh, snap. Ooh, Jelani, that's hard. He said, I don't understand why people save money when they print money. That'll catch up to you. Damn. In other words, you shouldn't have no money sitting around. Only money that really you want to use for emergencies, but everything else you should be investing into some shit. That is a fact. Adele said the interest that banks get on everything is disgusting. Well, banks is not even a fair game. Like, that shit is... Banks do all type of extra shit. They do all type of extra shit. Like, they literally, like, when you get a loan from a bank, that bank has zero risk on that loan, because when the loan is created, it's literally created out of thin air. The banking system consists of what is called fractional reserve banking. And what that means is basically for every, let's say every $100 that you got on deposit in the bank, for every 100 that you have in the bank of your money, they can lend up to 1,000 for every 100 that you have on deposit. So they can lend up to 10 times the amount of money that they have on deposit from consumers, from depositors, from people. How are you lending out more than you actually have on deposit? What's going on? What they're doing, they're using a fractional reserve banking system, which means that it's just a number on a ledger. The money did not exist before the loan. When you got approved for the loan, the money was created. Like, well, where did it come from? It came from nowhere. It came out of thin air. Every time that the government wants to do something, right? What they do is they create bonds. And they sell the bonds to the Federal Reserve Bank. Who the hell is the Federal Reserve? Take money out your pocket. Like, right, let me see something. Hold on. I'm gonna show you right now. Because people don't know. But let me just show you some basic shit. Some basic, look. Look at the top of the money. What does this say right here? Read this. What does it say at the top? It says Federal Reserve note. What the hell is a Federal Reserve note? What is that? That's what I'm saying. The Federal Reserve Bank controls the money supply. See, you think the government controls the money. Hell no. The U.S. government don't control shit as far as money goes. But the thing about it is that they don't need to. Now, the owners of these notes is a group of international bankers. These are people that own the Federal Reserve Bank. They have shareholders. It's a group of them, and in fact they own the central bank in every country. Every country has a central bank. In the United States, it's the Federal Reserve. China has a central bank. In the UK, there's a central bank, the Central Bank of England. Like, I go on and on, but I'm only just talking about this a little bit, just so that you can put things in perspective. Because you're like, well, damn, like, how do they get money to do shit? They just create the money. So in the United States, the Federal Reserve Bank, anytime the government, the U.S. government wants money, they issue a bond to the Federal Reserve Bank. They buy the bonds. Now, you know what a bond is, right? A bond is a loan. A bond is a loan. So they're literally lending money to the government. And this is how you got the deficit. When you look at the U.S., what is it? The debt clock. You ever just look at that and look at how much money the United States owes? Who do they owe that money to? Who does the U.S. owe that money to? Like, why does the debt keep going up? It never goes down. It keeps going up. I think it's 20-something trillion now. 23 or something crazy, right? So the whole monetary system that we use is based on debt. The whole thing. So like, you think like we're transacting and we're using money to buy shit, but ultimately every year the value of the money and the dollars that we spend goes down. We're getting less stuff with the money. You see what I'm saying? Inflation. That's what it is. So it's really just funny money. And then you got digital funny money. Because some people might think that, oh, well, but I use my debit card. I'm not using paper. It doesn't matter if you're using paper or card or anything. It's fiat. Fiat. Fiat currency. China does own some of the U.S. debt. But every time that the U.S. wants to get money right away, they don't go to China, they go to the Feds. They go to the Feds. China owns some of the bonds, the treasury bonds. And they also own a lot of real estate. Because, well, actually China and also Japanese investors, they bought a lot of land in the U.S. And this was over time. See, the only thing with that, like that's an interesting point. What you're saying, Stan. It'll never happen though. The U.S. dollar actually, if you want to actually have something that it is backed up by, it's backed up by the U.S. military power. U.S. political and military power backs up the dollar. That's what it is. Think about just think about the type of guns and the type of weaponry that the United States has like access to, and what they create and what they manufacture. They run the whole show. Just think about any country. And I'm talking about from the top down. So anything that you think of as far as money goes, it's all funny and fake money anyway. They can figure out how to manipulate everything. That's why it's like when you're looking at, well, damn, how is it even possible for the economy to still be going with that much debt? It's because they have unlimited ability to print money. It's unlimited. They'll always be able to print money. It doesn't matter what's happening. Oh, they need money to pay for this war. They need money to do this, to do that. Where are they going to get the money from? All they need is approval through Congress, House of Representatives. Once they get the bill done, they got the money. Boom, the check is written. That's it. Then they'll say stuff like, oh, it's coming from the tax dollar. The tax dollars ain't enough to pay for nothing. Like, look at the clock. Our taxes don't pay for that. All of the shit that they spend money on, the tax has been gone. Like, the tax money has been gone. It's not even close. That they not getting the money that they need for certain things from tax dollars. The tax dollars is barely paying the interest on the loan. On the debt, rather. Anyway, how the hell we start talking about all of this shit? I ain't mean to go into all of this. YouTube mess around and cut my live off. Like, nah, you talking too much shit. But yeah, anyway, so bottom line is make good investments, man. Make good investments. Definitely. Definitely. It does say they could, but we buy most of their stuff. Yeah, there's a lot of ways to manipulate like everything through politics and through money on the big scale as far as globally. That's why when I look at certain things, I'm always looking at where the future is headed as far as what is going to happen. Not necessarily what is happening. What is happening is only a reflection of what was set up before. Now you're seeing the manifestation of stuff that was set up 10 years ago. Like this, like if you kind of think about it from that perspective, it's like you want to position yourself 10 years ahead. That's how I look at it. What's happening right now, 10 years ago, if you position yourself properly, you would bear the fruit of it now. You see what I'm saying? So you got to think the same way as you move forward. You can't think short term. You can't have short term thinking when it comes to positioning yourself as far as investments and stuff like that. You got to look at where things are headed, like what makes sense. It's just like how they was always talking shit about social media platforms. Everybody. Nobody was going to do social media. I'm not going on social media, blah, 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 blah. Now there's nobody that you really know except old heads that's not on social media. There's some places you can't even go to unless you got like a Facebook account. Like you got to have a Facebook account. So it's interesting. It's just very interesting when you study shit and pay attention. Yeah, right. The U.S. been broke, but the thing about it is that, like people talk about that. Oh, the U.S. don't have any money. No, they don't need money. They don't need money. That's why everything that they be talking about politically is all bullshit. When you think about it, oh yeah, we're gonna pay off the deficit. No, you're not. Every time they talk about paying off the deficit, lowering the deficit and all of that, do they actually ever lower it? Like, is it ever positive, or is there always a deficit? There's always a deficit. The whole structure of the system is designed damn near to never collapse. Like, you'll see busts, but it ain't gonna just completely collapse. That ain't ever gonna happen. They have the ability to create money, and it's unlimited. It's unlimited. Even the effects of inflation, all of that. They always got a way to push the buck off somewhere so that it does not collapse the whole thing. It's like an octopus. Like, it really is amazing. Actually, it's actually amazing the way that they actually came up with the system that we actually are a part of and that we use. The shit is crazy. In other countries, you've actually seen hyperinflation. I don't know if y'all know what that is, but hyperinflation is what they are saying that is going to happen in the United States at some point. But the thing about it is that every currency that exists is connected to the US dollar. Think about it. When we trading, look at the pairs that we're trading. The euro against what? The dollar. The pound against what? The dollar. What are the major Forex pairs? What's the major pairs? Euro, pound, dollar, yen. And there's another one. Is it the Aussie now? It might be the Aussie dollar. The major pairs is all dollar related pairs. Why? Why they call them major pairs? But anyway, I'm not even talking about nothing that is not already out there. This is all information that's readily available. If you just look, to actually educate yourself on what goes on so that you can just figure out the best way to go about positioning yourself to make use of what the system has to offer so that you don't just be stuck at the bottom of it. I believe that people be stuck at the bottom because they don't educate themselves. So you got to take it upon yourself to just become informed and get information so that you can actually do something with the information. That's the whole objective. You know what I'm saying? Like, people go back and forth about like politics and all of that other dumb shit. None of that stuff means anything. It doesn't mean anything to us. But they try to push the agenda off because they want to have certain people in political high places. And in order to do that, they need votes and they need to sway, the ideas so that people push votes a certain way to get certain people in position, to keep certain laws in place, to keep money flowing certain places. It's a game of chess. So it's like, what I'm saying is that we can play chess too. Just because we're at the bottom as far as the whole thing, you're not really at the bottom with information and education. You educate yourself, you can put yourself in position. That's it. So it's like, just educate yourself. Stan said crypto is still based on money, so it will still be affected. Crypto is for hiding your money and securing only. To a degree, but that's not the only thing crypto will be used for. Like people, this is something that I've come to realize also. People think that there will be some cataclysmic event that just destroys the system. It ain't gonna happen. The system is propped up by too many things to just be destroyed like that. It's not gonna happen. The only thing that will happen is transitions. Like, understand what I'm saying. 1971, Nixon took the dollar off the gold standard. There were people at that time saying, oh, well, it's not backed up by anything. So, money is going to collapse. Has money collapsed since then? I ain't talking about like stock market crashes. I'm talking about the money. Has it collapsed, or have we been using money ever since? As we know it, as the Federal Reserve note. Has the Federal Reserve note ever collapsed? We've been using money ever since. So what goes on is in the economy, you see the effects of that take place. That's where you'll see jobs, corporations come and they go. Booms and busts. But a part of that also has to do with business, enterprise, industry, entrepreneurship. Like today, entrepreneurs create the most jobs. Like, just think about it. All of the great ideas create more jobs than anything. And great ideas come from entrepreneurs. Somebody to sit there, figure out a problem, and then figure out how to solve the problem through business. When it works, they create a bunch of jobs for that. So that's always going to be present. Like, entrepreneurship is always going to be there. That's what keeps the economy actually going. That's the engine that's driving the whole thing. Because it's capitalism. So that means that somebody with an idea, if they don't have the money themselves, they can raise the money. Small businesses open all the time. Do your due diligence. Like, I'm not just making shit up. The majority of the economics comes from small businesses, not from big businesses. Like do your research. And you can verify what I'm saying. Small businesses is regular people just with an idea that opened a business. So that's always there. That's all. So what we're talking about as far as like crypto and all of the technology and stuff. Now, technology is a whole nother thing. Because now technology is affecting what the whole world will eventually end up doing. As a result of what companies and corporations want to position themselves to do in order to increase their profits and pay less money for things. That's what I was saying about the fees and all that. And how crypto plays a part in that. Crypto will make it possible to pay less to do the shit that people do now, as far as moving money and transactions. So it's very interesting. It's very interesting. You're right. You're right. And what's interesting too about that, like a lot of the countries that experience like hyperinflation, Zimbabwe, Venezuela, what's the other place? It's small. This was damn. Can't think of the name. Ugh. But anyway, all of these countries, the citizens of countries where hyperinflation was experienced, what you think that they're doing right now? They getting phones. They're getting access to phones, and they literally, like I'm not even making it up. I've seen it. They literally are creating commerce and being able to do shit with phones because of the technology in the phones, where they can send payments using whatever the portal is. Now, mind you, this is technology that's here already. We're not even talking about crypto yet. This is what I'm saying. This is just technology that exists now because of the internet. They're able to do stuff now that they weren't able to do because now they have access to stuff like smartphones. Phones we throw away, they can get them and get their hand on the smartphone. And they're able to literally create some type of business in these countries, the same countries I just mentioned. Now you're talking about something that's global, where the actual government is like, damn, like how are they doing this? The government didn't even know that they was doing this shit. I'm telling yo, so I'm talking about this just to talk about the ingenuity of human beings. When you put somebody back up against the wall, information as it moves, when people find out that they can do something, they're gonna make something out of it. I don't care what it is. They're gonna just figure it out. This is how stuff came to be in the first place. Why do you think technology keeps going? Who's creating technology? Humans. So it's just all about getting information, figuring it out, and then figuring out how to position yourself in it. That's all. That's all it is. Yeah, look, Tyler said, know how to live off your land. Exactly. We was talking about that. I was telling you about the hydroponics and all of that. Growing your own vegetable, like all of that shit is real. Like this is stuff that people really do. Solar panels. You straight be off. Ain't no more electric bill. Solar panels. This stuff that they make that you can just get. Come on, man. Matthew said big business gets the big tax breaks but doesn't create the most jobs. Nope. Nope. They don't create the most jobs, but they lay the most people off though. That's what's crazy too. Because the whole objective of most big business, I can't say all, because you do have businesses that grow and become big, but they still are run by people that don't have the big business mentality. They're thinking of it as far as just scaling up the small business. That's how I think. I think in terms of scaling up. I don't think in terms of like how a conglomerate would try to think. Like the way big businesses think, they always think in terms of the bottom line. And they got to get to the bottom line so that they can figure out what percentage of the bottom line that they can chip off for themselves. And the big business is a pyramid. They want that money to go to the dudes that are running that corporation. And a lot of times it ain't even people that's running the corporation. It's just people that's on the board or shareholders that own majority shares in the corporation. They're concerned about their dividends. They don't give a shit about the jobs and how many people going to lose jobs. They don't care about none of that. They're like, oh, wait, that's costing us how much? All right, so we're going to have to eliminate that right there. They'll get rid of 3/4 of their workforce and then try to figure it out. But mind you, the reason that they're really doing that is because they don't want to interfere with the cut that they're supposed to get. You ever notice that in corporations, the executives always get their bonuses? How you get a bonus and y'all lost money this year? How'd that happen? You got a bonus and y'all are in the red? How'd you get a bonus? What was the bonus for? I thought the bonus was supposed to be because you made profits. You got a bonus and you lost money. What part of the game is that? Crazy, man. Stan said, just trade with NADEX. No need for business. I agree. I agree. But this is always interesting conversation, though, because it makes you think about things and just keep everything in perspective. Like when I talk about this type of stuff, it just makes me appreciate the skill that we have even more. You know what I mean? Casino said, I'm itching to trade. Oh, man. Yep, but business is interesting. It really is. Oh, that's mic drop right there, Rich. He said, I'm itching to own the skill. Let me get up out of here. Damn, I done hung out with y'all for mad long. Shit. All right, y'all. I see y'all on training. Everybody else, I see y'all tomorrow. Deuces.